James Ussher deduced that the earth was 6,000 years of age. James Ussher deduced that the earth was 6,000 years of age. However, James Ussher's deduction being invalidated by James Ussher having made it ever once, and then the refuse to repent, I can only explain that the refuse to repent of James Ussher's refuse characteristics, I'm just taking a couple months to gather data on in order to explain that this is the what happened in the last 6,000 years, brothers and sisters? Really, really, really. How can we magically poof over in Washington State, as an example, with Kennewick Man 9,200 years right there, magically? So James Ussher deduced a magic deduction. Serious. The weird. And it was to be caught at the final day for all to see. That is the magic deduction of James Ussher chronology. I suppose I like that little poetic part of Dove's of Auschwitz, because this is the literal, oh no, brothers and sisters, chronologists. What you missed was the relationship, how the formation of the church came from the tent of meeting. Serious chronologist, because your chronologist job was to keep chronologist data of the chronologist, formation of your chronologist. So James Ussher deduced, thanks. Yeah, in reality is how I feel with the refuse to repent is what I've come up with, brother. The at this modern era, with the Puritans up here, but switch them over here. We had they had this Ethiopic traditional orthodoxy that was we can't do that. Push them out, push them out, push them out. So we're working with the pushing out of the incorrect Bible. I'm explaining this I have to repent at the distribution of the Bible in the former USSR, and that's why you're hearing me out while I kind of bitch and moan and drink some beer. I had this spider. That's why I hopped on. I wanted to capture this moment in time with refuse who will not repent. While I was saying refuse, this is refuse land here in this beautiful community. But this white church right over there, this empty refuge, he's actually preached. We got to break into this man's house. He actually preached that, and he actually got people to do that, and in order to steal the apocryphal research I was doing. And that was not bad. So when I was going down here chasing them out, one of the times, the down here, one of the people helping them who won't repent doesn't have to repent because pastor doesn't know how to repent. Mating, partnership, relationship with that pastor, it is only mating partnership at mate. The Bible is broken at mate. So when you observe that the Bible was broken at mate, the Bible having been broken at mate, up there I had this really unique spider we can't meet. Where did the spider come from? Here I've got only stories of spiders, so puffing out the spiders at the OTO. Why was this called a black magic thing? Got questions. Black magic refuse to repent. You refused to repent. You couldn't figure out that you couldn't repent, and that the OTO itself was a nasty. You were the final judgment era of, now we got to find a way to record you. Questions.internetcult.org. And through the, I've been in the OTO since my childbirth, I guess, is actually kind of how I feel with it, because that's kind of what it was. And that's what this OTO order is dragging you by your balls to let you know that you're done with, and that you're so far off. You are so far off, ignorant of the earth. You need to go through this resuscitative process of just, you received the coronavirus in order that you understand that. For Got Questions, internetcult.org ministries received the coronavirus. I'll probably type that in an email. I haven't sent anything to you kids for a while. But you kids, being broken chronologists, are only broken chronologists. So down here it's kind of chilly because I don't have heaters down here, nor will I. A little bit down here. You're broken at, you sin by going to work. You sin by getting up in the morning. You're broken at, you sinned, past tense, because now you understand Leviticus 12 and 15 a hell of a lot better. You're broken. You're broken in a cult organization. You don't understand the Bible itself, and you are the remnant of Nowhereville. Of, we even refuse to repent at 6,000 years earth age. So you being the last of us that refused, past tense, to repent at the earth is 6,000 years of age. I'm just sending reminders to, hey guys, we have a cult over here in the United States. It's a Nowhereville land now in the year 2020, that there's 7.7 billion of you in Nowhereville that understand both the earth is older than 6,000 years of age, or I would not live in a house like this, and that the earth is younger than 6,000 years earth age, or I would not ever have validated through TPs, and that sort of stuff, and how that went to the Garden of Eden era. Wow, where'd they get the buffalo bison hyper ventilation to be whatever's? And, so when we're thinking, Kennewick man, 9,200-year-old refused to repent right there is stupid. He doesn't know where his invalid church is. He does not understand his distance in time from his writing, his record keeping of his retirement for having the book of the Bible at that white cult where that man tried to steal from me, where that man broke into my house, where that man preached against me collecting Apocrypha, saying we don't need it, stupidly, doing dogs in the park, nothingville, the modern white nothing churches I'm observing with, what are they, the trunk or treat phenomenon of, we got to keep a cult ritual of Halloween, kept the cult ritual rather than exposing the cult ritual of keeping the Bible itself. The cult ritual of having kept the Bible, give it to me, pretty please. No, we got to give you something a lot better. This is my little workshop where you're going to get a lot better, and you're going to get better feeling and understanding that this is all you needed. James Ussher deduced, okay, thanks. October 23, 4004 BC. How did that relate with each and every verse of the Bible? That feels good to say. The magic poofing. I want to turn my glory on, to be honest, down here. I want to magically poof out. That's a gummy bear phenomenon of the anamorphic. We can magically poof in and out. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? Watch me on YouTube magically poof out and then move out out to, if God magically poofs me out because I'm stupid enough to think that getting down here, to Gummy Bearville, it's then I'll do it on Facebook, but I won't do it until something, and that's to repent for taking the Bible out into Russia. Magically poof out. Imagine if that was possible. If we can magically poof in at Australian Aboriginal, I bet we could. It's kind of silly. The God said, "Let us make man in our image," which was memorized that He wants us to to have His knowledge and to be able to carry it forward, which included our conscious awareness of Him and how to resuscitate Him in our existence, which is we're not them, and we're them, and we're fertile with them. Let's start there. Okay. We're albinism as a defect, as a deformity, for example. Number one, it's not a deformity, it's a characteristic of Adam. Adam, all the way from Adam, kind of like that spider. And it being a characteristic albino Adam, yes, there is the weird characteristics of the distance in time for how far you're looking at your church systems into the sucking in of the albinism, where that does show up, but that is your church. That is actually your church in the year 2020 being Spiderville. And I like my Spiderville. That is kind of my analysis of the 2020 church system, teaching the Paul changed his name to Saul set of scriptures. I like that one. The Paul changed his name to Saul so you wouldn't see that you'd be caught at the Dead Sea Scrolls 4Q377 misnomer of the antiquity of keeping James Ussher. I like that one. I haven't had that one. It's a conscious awareness trap set. The has to be cleaned up at where will you take care of it at, I guess. And I'm sorry for taking it out into Russia. The right there, I've got a bad one. And over there, I've got more. And there, I've got a school at Darwin. So it's a simple. Sorry, Bible back into the school. I think that spider left because I annoyed him too much. He's like, I can't stay here, but he left me this really cool web. I kind of wanted him to because I wanted to clean up all this other spider because I need this area. The conscious awareness of Nowhereville of it's weird. I've been sucked down in here. Friend to join. It's because I was to repent at calculate with the OTO and not with James Ussher, and then with the OTO over, and how do we miscalculate it? Kennewick, man, the people, how many during that era kept that legend? How many then calculated their mathematical formulas? Oh, that's what this said, but we're using this data that's told us otherwise. Seriously, everything in between. We're one side, left side broken, right side broken, and everything being in the middle, just wiggle it together. We were left side broken, right side broken, and so that church over there, left side broken, the right side broken, with Kennewick man left side, the right side broken. We don't have anything. He was a refuse to repent. Over there with him being, I'm going to chase all the Mormons out, and them being the clerks at the store, and the librarian. So, and the school over there having complaints against him personally, as a man, I'm a Bible church. No, I'm going to carry over my cult. It's just a cult. It's just a cult. 7.7 billion just a cults. just cults, just unique little repentant, unrepentant cults. Very, very unique to me. As a heresy hunter is at George Washington. The just a cult on I can't use technology to accept that I'm wrong. I got questions. Just a cult is the just a cult union with the everywhere else build just a cult. I can't figure out anything out. Just my church systems are car. Hey, there's a Cadillac just a cult community driving by. And how did we design the just a cult Cadillac? Engineers pick it up. Just a cult Cadillac. Okay, I like that one. Just a cult Cadillac. The just a cult Cadillac. Just a cult Cadillac drove by as I was pondering why I would rip your Bible away from you. Just a cult Cadillac. The just a cult Cadillac. I used to have one of those. Just a cult Cadillac Saab. Just a cult Saab convertible. I took mine 140 miles per hour. Just a cult. Is I like that. Just a cult. I'm going to sit in my bed. Just a cult behind me. Refuse. Just a cult. That's where we're at. Nowhereville. He's a real nowhere man. Yeah, great it, Bill. I don't like it. I really don't like it. So it has to be transitioned to just a cult syndrome. Just cults everywhereville syndrome. Let me go write that down. That's important because we're not shamed. We're just cults. We forgot what century it was. I guess we're not shamed. We're just cults. The James Ussher deduction. We're not shamed. We're just weird. The James Ussher deduction. Okay. So where was I? Magic poof. I'm taking the Bible away from religion forever. Having it magic proof will be gynecological. 1928 average age of minority 13.9 years. Surveys of British 1950s. So ways back. The typically 13.5. So in this typical region of just a cult over there in Pleasantville, no longer Pleasantville, looking at this data incorrectly, doesn't have any conscious awareness of even what millennium it is. Having gone through New York data, New York Times, the only way I could have validated all the Britannica books would have been to say, oh, what do you believe in about the age of the earth? That's the only way I could have. And so in 1976, I was magically birthed. 1986 saw Chernobyl and saw the world's fair. The most unique attribute of we're resuscitating at the Communist Manifesto reminder. This was just simple reminder. I always kind of saw this reminder possibility, so I've been researching it. It's we're waiting for a one world order. I wonder what that'll come through. I bet you it's going to come through this other shit that had relationship to I bet they did something over there that we forgot about during an era that we misrepresented and had a reminder come through. So just a cult. So 1976 through 2016, the Magic Poof albino is kind of where I take. Let me grab my pencil. Magic Poof albino. I had a pencil. The Lost Magic Poof albino The Lost Bible of the. I like that a lot better than ape. The Lost Lost Bible of the. I'll take this one for though too. It's kind of a stab in the back. By the way, they have some beautiful Marxist shit. Is read. No, you had it wrong at manifesto, I suppose. What was wrong with that word? Oh no, the we're going to be bound into some communal agreement of maybe having to decide on something like God being taken out of the Bible would be kind of bad. Never again, never again. I got to take the whole fucking book from you. Never again. You got it wrong. So the albino of the Lost Bible of the Rastafarian wisdom. Rastafarian wisdom. Been working on this fucking book for 13 years. Wisdom and faith. Wisdom and faith. Saul changed his name to Paul. That's the only explanation at the end point. From Ethiopia, where you have black and you have racism, faith from Ethiopia. Take that away. And Jamaica. What do we have? And Jamaica. You have the entire slave indentured servitude portion and the forgetfulness of that period, which would have been they chose to become indentured quite often in some areas, and purpose to sometimes, I'm going to become an indentured sex slave, wife type thing, during this era where that's all you're doing in this era with your token kind of in hell with your credit card debt. The 50% of the population in the United States, great expositors. So here, where you're teaching a legend, 50% of the United States remain in this holistic approach of, I'm not even going to keep $500 in my bank account. I'm always going to just how much and budget in my head inappropriately. You have your I'm a cult, everything, 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 everything. So where did this information come from? Got questions, Gerald. This not a great ape. After the year 3500 BC. After the year 3500 BC, which after the year 3500 BC, this sort puff on the Pope from gotquestions.internetcult.org. Oh, you're getting a correction at your alcohols. Go figure out where that prayer got sucked out of. It's serious, bad. You even took God out of the Bible. Got questions.internet no more. We have coronavirus because of you. So where does this take me? Solomon then took the queen aside and removed the ring that was on his little finger and gave it to the queen. Let this so that you will not forget me. And if you should become pregnant, let this ring be his or her sign. I like that one. And if a man child should come to me, the peace of the Father will be with you. We have a young earth can't open up their eyes to their wrong. What's wrong with them medically, mentally, physically, morally? And it comes down to a moral state of existence. As to all of their lives, the year is 2020. We have to all of their lives they've wasted, to be honest. It's a unique, I can't figure out why. I've never once wasted a minute of my life, but I wasted my entire life when recognizing that I'm going to have to take the Bible away from the pastor of the Bible church. That's a weird parable. I feel like that. So I have to take it away from you also. Thanks. Thank you. We're there. We're there. Right here. Right here. Expositors, I don't know. Fuck. Yeah, right there. Magic poof. James Ussher deduce. Magic poof. Magic poof. Caught you in 2020. Okay. Magic poof. Caught you in 2020. Taking God out of his book. So here's a Darwin Award. Here's a corrective point. Is not, you won't like it. Here's your correction. You won't like it. It's kind of cool. I love it. It's on and off. It's drop your balls, get a spanking. And God doesn't like his that we took him out of the book from 69 or 70 AD is really how that one came out. With the I love God. He's weird. He doesn't like us very much. It's unique that he would disdain us so badly.